Hi, Beta Snake here. So today I wanted to actually share a story with you. I know there's a trend going around about other YouTubers sharing their personal stories, so I wanted to share mine today. Today I wanted to tell you guys about a story about my one of my exes. Um, um, at the time of this ex, I was about 16. Young, dumb, and impressionable, thinking I was on top of the world. I knew everything, and blah blah blah. Typical teenager stuff. Um, Me and my ex were in school together in high school, and you know, I didn't think anything of it. We started hanging out and talking with each other. We became friends, and then he got deployed to Afghanistan. you know, and we chatted over, online on Facebook, and we eventually got to the point where we exchanged phone numbers. Excuse me. And so we did that for a little bit, and then we started getting a little more serious, and I asked him if he wanted to date. He said yes, so we started dating. A few more months go by, and he tells me that he's coming home from Afghanistan for a few weeks. So I said, yeah, that's awesome. So I asked him if he wanted to hang out or anything. He said, yeah, and I said, oh, cool. So where'd you want to hang out? He said, let's meet up in a motel. Okay. At the time it was understandable because neither one of our parents, neither his or mine, really cared about having people come over, especially the opposite sex, and staying at the house because I was so young. So we decided to meet at the motel, which was downtown in my city. So we met there. I have my little bag in my arms, and he has his, the big duffel bag that you get from the military, the big green bag. So we get up to the office of the motel, and we were going to have trouble getting in. And originally we weren't going to be able to because I was under the age of 18. But he somehow managed to convince the guy to let us have a room, I guess because of his age. And he took responsibility for me. So we get a room, and we take a few minutes to relax, and one thing leads to another, and beat about boom, and we come out about an hour, 2 hours later, and you know, and he offers to bring me home. So we didn't have a car, so we had to walk. Now my home is across town, so he offered to take me home. So I was like, cool, okay, yeah, I don't have to walk all by myself. So on the way, we stopped by a gas station, get something to drink. On the way home, I tell him, I had fun. It was great time. I love spending time with you. I'm glad that you spend time with me. And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. So we start walking home, and I started asking him, did you want to hang out again? That was really fun. We should do that again. And he kind of just avoided the question. He didn't really give me like a straightforward answer, so I didn't think anything of it. And we kept walking, and we started getting closer to home, and I started asking him again. When did you want to hang out? I know you're here only for a short time, but I'd love to hang out with you before you leave again. And again, he didn't give me a straightforward answer. He just kind of gave me the vague, I don't know, or we'll see, or so. Time passes. We finally get like a block or two away from my house, and he kind of like stops abruptly, and I stop ahead of him, and I turn around, and it was like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "Oh, I have to stop here and drop you off. This is where I have to walk off because my friend is in the opposite direction and he's nearby." So I was like, "Okay, that's kind of weird." but okay. I kind of just rubbed it off as a, oh, my parents don't like him, so he doesn't want to get near the house and cause trouble. That's the excuse that I was making in my head. I don't know about him, but so anyways, um, with that abrupt stop, I tried to go in for like a hug or a kiss, and instead he just kind of backs off and just tells me, don't do that. I don't want you to do that. I don't want that. It's like, okay. It was, to me at the time, it was kind of heartbreaking because I waited months to get a hold of him, to get him close. I looked forward to actually meeting up, because we were talking so much, and I thought, like, this is the guy. I like him. I thought he liked me. Apparently, not so much. Um, so the walk anyways from the motel back to the house, my house, was kind of awkward anyways because we really didn't talk to each other. It was just kind of that awkward. You know how you have that like awkward like silence? We had a lot of that. So imagine walking home in a really really quiet city, just the two of you on the street, and there's nothing going on between you two. No talks, no conversation, nothing, just silence. And the only thing that's making it not so silent is the sound of your shoes hitting the pavement. So, besides that, I get the awkward brush off when we're parting ways. So it's like, okay. So it's like, are we gonna talk again? Do you want to talk again? It's and he gave me like a, oh, I don't know, I'll let you know later. I'll text you. It's like, okay. So we go our separate ways, and I'm kind of thinking like, you know, what the hell did I do something wrong? Did I say something wrong? Did I smell or something? Did he not want to get close to me? Because that whole walk was kind of like awkward. So I was kind of like, I was heartbroken and confused all at the same time because I didn't know what the hell was going on. He just abruptly left me, didn't really give me an answer, and just left me to walk. You know, late at night, all by myself, with only my little bag to protect me. So I was scared as fuck. I didn't know what the hell was going on. But thankfully, my friend at the time happened to pull up next to me and give me a ride home. So that was kind of convenient. And I kind of talked to her, and that kind of made me feel better, and I didn't think anything of it after that. So a few weeks go by, and I tried texting him, like, hey, how you doing? I dropped the occasional baby or hun or sweetheart, and it was kind of like there was a like alarm starting to go off in my head because not only the abrupt drop off that I had before we left, but now he wasn't responding to my texts or my phone calls. He wasn't responding. It's like he wasn't even there. So, I was like thinking in my head, like, what's going on? Why is he acting so weird now? Before all this, he talked to me like every day. We used to say goodnight to each other, and now all of a sudden, now he wants nothing to do with me. I'm hearing nothing back from him. Like, what the hell is going on? So I try texting him over and over and over, and I still get nothing. So I was like, what the hell? I tried to get him on social media. I didn't get anything from that. I got static, silence, nothing. It's like, you know what? I'm getting tired of this. I've waited and waited, and I'm getting nothing. No responses, no replies, nothing. So it's like, what the hell? Okay, I'll give him a little more time. Maybe he's busy or something, Maybe he's getting ready to go back, because I know that's a lot of work for military guys that go to and from, So I kind of brushed it off, and it's like, he might be busy or something. So I let him go off the hook for that one. A few more weeks go by, and I tried texting him again or calling him, and I got nothing again. No replies, no nothing. So he's like, you know what? I'm getting really tired of this. I've given you weeks to respond to me. It's bad enough you kind of like just left me on the hook with like no reply, walking me home. It's like you didn't even care anymore. I thought we were more than that. So I gave him a text. It's like, this is your final warning. If you do not respond, I'm leaving. And you can deal with your own bullshit because I'm tired of waiting. I've given you time and you still haven't responded to me. So you know what? Fuck it. I quit. So I gave him the warning and I waited a little bit for a reply. Still didn't get anything. It's like, you know what? Forget this. I'm breaking up with you. We're done. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't anything. So I ended up doing that. I ended up blocking him on the media, on social media, and like my phone, like I didn't talk to him. Not like he tried, anyways. So that was pretty much it. After that, I didn't hear anything from him from that point on. I think the last time I heard anything from him was like 4 or 5 years ago. A random message, but that was about it. So, years go by. I'm a little older now, and I think back and going, why was I so stupid? Like, really? Really? Like, all the messages, all the alarms going off in my head, and I just completely ignored them, and because of that, I got used. He used all the ploys that, any typical childish teenager would, and I was hook, line, and sucker. He got what he wanted out of me, and I ended up getting the heartbreak at the end. So, that just goes to show you, you have to be careful. So, yeah, that was my story. If you guys like this story and you'd like to hear more stories from me, just leave a like in the description below or leave a comment, and I'll be sure to get back to it as soon as I can. Anyways, this is Beta Snake. Hope you guys have a wonderful time. Peace.